Hi everyone, it's 7:08 p.m. Well, in fact, it's 7:43, and I'm here on this platform. We've just left the other platform because I tried to double up, didn't quite work. So we saw there that how well Sri Lanka were going. They're on 50 odd after the turnovers. We're going to move now into the next mode, which is only a matter of some 17 minutes before England playing New Zealand. We really have been doubling up here somewhat. Yes, I do agree, but you know. Various scores going on all at once. Guna Talaka and Nasanka Sola, the Sri Lanka raised 50, as I've just said to you. 156 after 10 overs. New Zealand versus England, of course. New Zealand lead by 238 runs. So that's what we'll be watching for the little while to come. In the meantime, I can keep you abreast of what's happening there with Australia versus Sri Lanka. So, guys, I hope you're coming into this station here. Just got to work out what's going on with Foxtel here. Foxtel, here we go. Foxtel go. Okay, be careful. What's this? 4 here. What's this for? Now, it's like I'm on the toss and batter. That's one thing I didn't actually get to show on that last paper. Would have liked to have shown that, but I didn't have a chance to. I'll show you these little dogs. Okay, what a poor pitch. You're talking about the one. Yeah, it's used, Himanshu. It's been used. Let's just have a look here. Let's just sort out a few things here. So I'll just update you all. We've had a pretty good effort here from Sri Lanka. They're certainly looking good. I hope you've all crossed over because we'll still be talking about that match, don't you worry. We're not going to let that match go. We're not going to let that match go at all. Don't worry. I wanted to just add a few things to this broadcast. With England playing New Zealand, it's at a crescendo moment. We can't miss that. It's a very, very significant start to that whole thing. And so, with all due respect, we've got to be able to show both. We've cut from the ODI. We can always return there if we want to. But yeah, it's a poor pitch there. But England versus New Zealand, it's a test match. It should be warranting more time than an ODI. Let's be honest. Okay. So Sri Lanka won the toss. Elected to bat. And batting solidly. None for 50. Well, England will be. I don't want to just have another channel. None for 56. I think it was after 10. No, there's nothing wrong with that start. Nothing wrong with that start at all. Let's just have a good look at that. It's a pretty good start, guys, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with that start. Let's get this on. There's a lot of nice comments being made about a lot of lovely people who do help. Some don't start, we can take this for Australia. Emerson is hurting Australia. I do agree. We'll just South Africa women win the toss, like to bowl. Second, I want Green and Phillip to. Well, I agree with you too. Let's just have a look here. A lot going on. Let's just try and get this up here on Foxtel. So is Kyle Jamieson will he bowl? Now the word is that he's going to bat but not bowl. That's the word on Jamieson. Just in case you didn't see it. We'll still watch this ODI for a while.
Expecting the ball to turn and bring the slip into play.
So they're finally.
Hit mid-wicket. Right-hander will have to close the face of the bat.
They're finally bringing on Agar. Took a while before he came in the bowl, but a fifth bowling change. No after 11 overs. Incredibly so. I think you are very bored when you join and tell us, like, with me. Well, I'm not bored at all. I'm enjoying myself knowing I love this. I adore this. What are you talking about? But we're talking now about England versus New Zealand. Now, New Zealand are some 238 in front, 7 wickets down, though. Mitchell's still there, and it should see New Zealand if they can get it to 300 plus, they're going to have the upper hand. If they don't, it'll give England momentum. Charlotte J is good start by the striking note. It's done for 59 now into the 12th over. Good Talaka is 30. Sanka is 27. Very solid start, actually. I'm very impressed. I hope they keep going. My face shows the truth. I'm just tired, not through boredom. You're completely wrong. Manchu Rahela, you are completely and utterly wrong. And it annoys me that you actually say that, because I love what I'm doing too much. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. Okay? Please don't say that. South Africa will destroy India today. Well, South Africa have beaten them for the matches, but India should never be discounted. Pathum's another, Nisanka's another 4, he's 31 as well. They're done for 64 after into the 12th now. Good toss for Sri Lanka to win, I'll tell you. None for 64 after. Oh, he's put that away beautifully. Clobbered. Is it out of the boundary? It's gone for 4. And certainly, so much. Be careful, don't laugh. So, England versus New Zealand. This is the big one. The 5th day of the Test match. Yeah, he's Satvi Bagara. He certainly is. I'm glad you changed channels, guys. So this one, I'm glad you got. Hagar needs to grow some hair. He's way too short for a man of his age. Too bald. I don't believe he should be bald. Okay, Gunnar Talaka and Nisanka both 31 on that, for 64 on that match. What an incredibly good start that is by Sri Lanka. This is a shameless board, India B versus South Africa. We're at good moment. Yeah, a little bit of that. I'm not happy. Listening to the commentary on pre-game and predicting Leach to get wickets. Okay, I think that Leach could be pivotal. So could, well, he's only got a few wickets to get. So could good old Joe Root too. Sri Lanka certainly gaining some momentum now. Oh, toss is very important in any pitch, and that's proven to be the case. Had Australia been batting now, Finch and Warner would have been in the same slot, if not higher, taking charge and taking the game already away from their playing. So that's true. So we've got some 9 minutes before England take on New Zealand in the 5th day, or in fact, New Zealand will repeat it again. New Zealand were all out for 553 in the first inning with a magnificent 190 by Darren Mitchell, and obviously century there by Blundell as well. Then England came in the bat and scored 539 and just falls short of the New Zealand total, but with Root getting 100 and obviously Ollie Pope as well. And Ben Folkes batted well in that innings. Now, New Zealand's second innings wobbled through their innings quite a bit. They're 7 for 224. They're 238 in front. Obviously, we have Darryl Mitchell there, not at 32, who's growing great guns. Matt Henry's on 8. Really, batting-wise, they haven't got much to follow. They've only got Bolton, Southey, I think, and Bolton, Southey. I'm not sure who else they've got to play. Who else is after that? And Kyle Jamison could bat if needed. Actually, no, it's 7. There is only 2 batsmen left. Jamieson and Bolton. Southey's already out. So 8, 9, 10. So they've got 7 batsmen now. 2 in there and 2 to come. So Kyle Jamieson may be used to bat if needed on Trent Bolt. They have a lot of batting left, actually. So it's going to be quite disturbing. If Jamison has to bat and hold an end, as long as Mitchell's at the other end, it'd be worth their while. But if Mitchell's not at the other end, it'd be interesting to see what takes place. Sri Lanka are now none for 71. Gunatilaka is 33. Nasanka's powering over 36. Started slowly, but he's certainly building now. Driving well. Oops, was there a run at chance? No, there wasn't. This field has gone, looked like for 4. Slate to select teams. Not BCC. I'd be very wary of that. I saw the overthrows. I don't know, but the selectors are always the only one that selects. So, England. Anderson, Broad have both taken wickets. Potts has taken 2. Leach has taken 1. Ben Stokes has yet to take a wicket. But it looks as though with 7 for 247, effectively 238, they need 50 or 60 more runs at least to make this a little bit hard to grasp. Okay, let's have a look here. We certainly got none for 71. This is a really, really good start from Sri Lanka, isn't it? We're all going to applaud this. Absolutely going to applaud that performance. Magnificent, really. Australia looking nervous, Norman? Yep, I think you're right. A little bit. Well, it's early days. I haven't batted yet. Let's be wary of it. Trent is getting frustrated. Somewhat frustrated. Somewhat. Shameless selectors and shameless board. IPL. Yeah. We'll wait and see with them. We're already looking at a situation where there's a few little things. Okay, so none for 72 they are. It's quite incredible. Can I score 400? Well, that's pushing it. I don't think if Starkers ever playing that. Okay. I have to just work on something here. 280, Himanshu, I think. Tarun Reddy, I think that India should come out with a victory. I think all the teams that have won 2 matches in the first usually lose the third. So that's my prediction. Okay. Okay, so let's just put there's the Alkano. I've been to the Alkano in Sri Lanka. That's a great spot. Why is this not working? Playback error. What's the story here? England versus New Zealand day 2. They're not showing it for some reason. What's happened to this test program? Here we go. There we go. There we go. All right, we're almost back on there. We've got ourselves on there. Thank gosh. Okay. So Sri Lanka, none for 73 out of 13 point overs. and going to not going to score 100. He's just swept for 4. He's on 37. The Snuggles are out. This is quite impressive play, to be honest. In my prediction of India will lose, England will win. Okay, I think India will win, and New Zealand will stave off a draw. Predict the target for England, Norman, 260 to 270 for England to play 300. Lionhearts, hello, Lions Heart High. I'm saying 300. England and New Zealand will get there. They'll stave off a draw. India will win that match. They'll come out of the So England are actually walking on the pitch right now. Ben Stokes looks very happy. So does Bairstow. Sri Lanka are on fire now, big time. They're none for 78 here into the 14th over. Both batsmen are on 38 not out. This is pretty, but they're going to go and score big 50s and some even 100s to make this. So it's not quite there yet. They've got to let's get them up to hundreds. They've got 2 matches going on at once here. If you could see what I'm doing, you could only see what I'm doing, guys. You'd be quite impressed. No, that's not working. Look at that charged up. Get them there. Get them going there. It's all happening, guys. It's all happening. There's programs coming out of our ears here. All right, here we go. Well, I'm on the phone here somewhere. Probably have this phones everywhere. Let's see. No, he is Indian. Tabas is an Australian. He must be Indian. So, none for 79 off 13.4 overs. New Zealand are 7 for 224, leading by 2/3. About to start that match. It's all happening here. All happening. I'm not getting any guess though. Most I'm not sure where you are. So 2:30, we've got Matt Henry batting at one end with Mitchell Leaches on the bowl. Sri Lanka none for 79. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. Oh, it was a drop catch to start the day's play. Leaches had a drop catch off his bowling. Rude. Looks like did he get to it? I think he did. Yeah, he's dropped it. Went straight in and out of Brute's hands. Not what they would like to have happen there. They could have had a wicket first ball. Darryl Mitchell's going to take it upon himself. Well, that's a bit early to be saying that. Very early to be saying that. There's no bat on that. No, that looks like pad. Oh, was there a little edge there? Or did he hit his pad? He said his pad. No, it's his pad. There's no bat there. Hit his pad there. Scraped it more, and there's still no bat there. The review's lost, and Australia kept. That's an none for 29 after 14 overs. Matt Henry doesn't look solid at all out there. DRS review. Maxwell back on. The Sunker 39. Kuzlaka's on 38. Then back to this other series here, England, New Zealand. Day 5 morning session. All results possible here. 7 for 224. No runs off that over maiden there from Leach. None for 80, Sri Lanka. Pretty impressive. Sent 4 centuries in the match so far. It'd be nice to see. I guess we'll get another one, actually. That'd be fantastic. Let's have a look here. Moses and Cars join us. How are you?
Yes, sorry, I'm a bit late. Got caught up.
I had 2 programs going there one stage.
Yeah, I know. I saw your message. I'm going to choose you.
Sri Lanka are none for 81 under the 15th over.
No, I think they're at home with one-day cricket. I think they're, as we were mentioning yesterday, they really like their one-day white ball cricket, and the crowd and whatnot. They're out there with drums and music and beating um, the hell out of those drums and enjoying the cricket.
Palakella's an amazing stadium. I told
Yeah.
you I've been there since when they had no stands at all and just had the pitch, and it was great. I remember playing there with Michael and Anastasia, a few of my friends. It was great. Look, none for 81. It's early days. I mean, Australia could probably have chalked up the same sort of score they were batting, but it's going to be interesting when the two spinners go on.
Yep, and that's the game. I think the game will be with the how the spinners will bowl and how the opposition tackles them. I think that's going to be the key. Now Australia's batting second on this pitch. Spin will take effect, and I think that's a challenge for the Aussie batters. Um, I don't know if boys will be attacking those spinners as well, where they should be. They've gone only with one spinner in Agar, and Maxwell is sharing the load. So it's interesting how Australia will balance their team over the next 4 1 days, because if they find out the pitch has got nothing for the pacemen, as we saw, they'll got to play two spinners, and I think Shrepson's the only one available at the moment, so they'll have to play either two spinners or Maxwell will have to bowl a lot of overs.
Well, Maxwell opened the bowling today, of course, didn't he? Look, he is a good bowler. He is.
Yeah.
He does well in IPL. He tends to do pretty well.
Mm.
Oh, for God's sake, please don't use Labuschagne. Please.
No, of course not. I hope not.
Please. Sri Lanka, well, as expected, it's a used pitch, as Dustin said. And that'll suit Sri Lanka big time. And they've started off slowly, but now they're really building some momentum. It's quite impressive.
Absolutely, and that's the thing is they've taken their time, and now because that has allowed them to get used to the pitch, the pace of the pitch, and that's what they're utilizing it really well. So I hope they're there's a boundary there to Maxwell again in attack. So yeah, I hope they score over 300, because with their spinners, I think they'll be able to defend that.
Well, it's interesting. We're talking 300 for Sri Lanka. We could also say 300 lead for New Zealand.
Exactly. So look, New Zealand is in funny position because they've got only tail to go with, and what they're 230 odd in front.
Well, 243 at the moment. Matt Henry's dropped his first ball.
That's right. So getting another 60 runs would be a challenge. I think if they hold on to their catches, Henry's dropped, as you just said, on the first ball, and then he hit a boundary after that. So it's going to be interesting how much lead England concede. If they polish this tail out for next 20 runs or so, I think they'll go for the runs. They will not back out for a draw.
Now, what do you think about Green? Do you think Green should be in the short form?
I think Green's got to get the run. He's their next big thing they're talking about. So with the all-round spot, I would give him a run, at least 3 or 4 1 days in here, and obviously he's in their frame of mind for Test match over March. So they've got to play him, give him experience. This tour and India tour for him is all about getting experience, because he will not be the best performer. He might perform 1 or 2 games, but this is all about giving him all handy experience. What they're doing with Aaron Hardy in A series, he's got some runs today. Philippi got 94 in the A game as well.
Yep.
So that's all about getting experience and getting used to those pitches, subcontinent way of grinding and getting runs.
Who made 190? No, he made 94.
94.
Was out for 94.
He got out for 94. Yeah, Philippi batted in middle order. Renshaw opened with your favorite Marcus Harris. He's captaining the A team.
He got out for a fat duck. Seriously, give up on that guy. Give up on him. He can't score runs for Australia A. Jesus.
No, I don't know why they're wasting their time with him. They should have gone with
And captain? Why would you give a bloke who's probably not played for Australia again captain?
Yeah, they could have gone with Head or Renshaw to captain, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Green made 100.
Green made
Green.
100.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Now, I'm just noticing the Sri Lanka are now none for 95 to 16 overs. Brilliant effort, really.
Brilliant effort. Yeah, good start. They have to capitalise. The middle order have to capitalise. They've had a couple of good starts previously in their history, but then middle order collapsed. But currently, they're playing spin really good. Agar hasn't made any impact. 3 overs for 17, and Maxwell 2 overs for 15. So 5 overs of spin have not made any impact so far. And they've got to keep it this way. They've got to keep attacking those spinners. Obviously, Maxwell is a handy spinner, but he's not frontline spinner. So they've got to capitalise getting runs out of him. And obviously, Agar is quick through the air, but he doesn't give that rip to the ball. So he's got to bowl differently at subcontinent compared to what he bowls in Australia, and that's another learning from him. He didn't play any game in Pakistan, which is due to injuries and COVID and all of that. So it'd be good learning from him as well. But massive opportunity for Sri Lanka. They need to win. Remember, I tagged you on a table. Automatic qualification. Ireland is above Sri Lanka, so Sri Lanka's got to win a few games to go in top 7 to be able to qualify for the 23 World Cup. Otherwise, they'll end up playing a qualifier, which is a shame for Sri Lanka.
I'm glad they're doing all this, game within a game.
True. That's the only thing that's keeping the one-day game interest alive. Otherwise, as you and I spoke the other day, the interest for one-day games dying, or if you haven't died.
Exactly. New Zealand is 7 for 234. They're 248. Henry's 13, Mitchell's 35.
Yeah,
they're chugging along. I've got two phones going, 2 iPhones going, and an iPad. And you got Sri Lanka none for 94.
Yep.
Very impressive. But really, it's good toss to win.
Yeah. Yep, definitely good toss to win, good toss and to bat as well, because Sri Lankan pitches are really good batting first, and it's a used pitch, so it'll be a 4th inning when Australia will bat, so definitely will spin in
under lights as well. Hazaranga, my God, he's incredible. Really, if 300 for Sri Lanka in one, I can't see, even though Australia's got good batting depth in their openers, I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be a good test for not only for the young guys, it's a good test for Smith to get some runs as well, because he hasn't got some runs, and he's listed to bat in the middle order, not at number 3.
Oh, I thought Smith was batting 3.
Well, he was the other day when they named the team. He was listed to bat behind Marnus. So, but today he's listed at number 3. So
that's interesting. How in the test match, Smith and Love are saying swap.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting if Marnus wants to bat 3 or not. But Smith's got to get some runs.
But Love should be given his choice. He's replacing Mitchell Marsh. If Marsh was there, he would have played.
Yeah, you can argue that. Yeah. But I think what Stonis is doing the all-rounder role, and so is Maxwell. I think if the partnership at the top will flourish, I don't see Smith coming at 3. They will probably go with, if they need to get quick runs, they might go with Maxi at 3, or even Alex Carey can go up the top. But again, it depends on how they start. It'd be crucial how Australia.
Here lies the problem. This is ODI, not a T20, where you do change order automatically. In an ODI, you should have a settled batting line.
You should, absolutely, 100% agree.
And
because
Carey's batting at 5 ahead of Stonis and Maxwell. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I would have had Maxwell at 5.
I would have Maxwell at 5, but Carey 5. Whether they're trying to break with the left-hander.
I hate that theory. I don't believe that theory at all.
Langer was big on that left-right combination.
Yeah,
he was.
Don't decide everything on that basis. If it happens, good.
Yeah. That's why and your favorite opener was in because they're left-hand combinations.
Oh,
Harris, Head, Carey, three left-handers, and in between you have three right-handers to break the momentum. I don't know. I don't know how.
I'm a bit confused.
Yeah.
You just play your best side. If they're good enough left or right, it won't bloody matter at all. I mean, really, I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. It's handy to have happen, especially opening the spots.
Yeah.
I can get that.
Yeah.
But not.
I agree. If it happens, it happens. You can't force the left-right combinations. So 234. That means the lead is now
248.
248. So I think New Zealand will try and push close to 300 if they can. Obviously, Daryl Mitchell is still at crease. He can bat, so he's got to get the other guys to bat with him. Southey can hit the ball. Henry can handle the bat as well. So, look, they've got to hold the catches off. You can't keep dropping.
This is. I keep getting bashed about this by Himarchirella. Travis Head is not the next opening sensation. Ben McDermott, yes, potentially, and Josh Philippe or someone like that. Travis Head's not going to bat opener regularly. It's a wrong decision.
Yeah. I think the Aussie selectors like him too much, but I don't see him opening the batting in one days.
Not permanently.
No. Be a temporary stuff. Yeah.
See, they're bouncing Henry. Matt Henry. Everybody. Ben Stokes has bowled it over and bounces at him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be doing that. Because Matt Henry can give it back.
Trying to grapple in rather than trying to get wicket. So its best opportunity is to get wicket here, because obviously they're one person short. He's not going to be 100% fit to bat. So get the tail out. Jamieson and Bolt. Jamieson is not fit. So if you get through these two, get out 260, 270, England will go for it. And I'd like to see England going for it, actually.
But look, they're wasting their ball. Barrage is short balls. They're just ducking every single one. He's good enough to do that. They dropped him.
Seven overs to new ball. I think waiting. Yeah. I'd rather try and get a wicket. Rather than just wasting time for the new ball. Because if you're waiting another 7 overs for new ball, that's 7 overs gone for the day's play as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
look, if they have to score 260 plus, and the first session is virtually over, they're going to find it hard.
That's true. That's exactly right. Yeah. So it'd be interesting.
I look at Sri Lanka. They're just Nisanka's on 48.
Yep.
See, Sri Lanka are interesting for me. They've got Dinesh Chandimal, Angela Matthews, and Austin Dickwell, all quality players, all on the test side, but not on the ODI side.
Yeah. So Kushal Mendes is listed to come in next, and then you got Sri Lanka and De Silva. So it's a good, decent batting, and they've got to capitalize on this good start. Both of these guys come in and can carry on their good start from 99 currently, 46 and 48 respectively. I like to go. Both of these guys go big and then capitalize, get 300. Yep, 99 in 17.2 overs, which is really good.
But realistically, one of these two have to go on to get 100 to make it really worthwhile.
And a big one. Yeah.
And look, if they keep going together, it's in both schools. Now, just quickly, most who win the T20 World Cup, we keep getting asked these questions.
Look, my favourites, the two teams at the moment on form. I think Australia at home will be hard to beat. India will give them a good run for money, and Pakistan are not far off. So my two picks, if I have to, is Australia-India final at MCG.
Which two?
Australia-India.
I know this is romantic sounding, but India-Pakistan would be very nice. I'd love to see that.
Mate, if that's
my God.
Mate, imagine the
it'll be the 100,000 would need to be 200,000 to hold that crowd.
They're live from Melbourne streets.
Now, I hope Sri Lanka don't lose their head. They're done for 101 now. They're starting to get really adventurous. They need to hold their head and steady it.
They need to
a bit. Steady the ship again. Get ones and twos. About like they're just starting. Cool it down, and then we'll take off again.
Yeah. So last 5 overs, they're going 6 and over without even a stress. So you can't just put pressure on yourself to try and get ahead of the game. They just got to bat deep till 30th, at least these two. Another 10, 12 overs, they can bat deep, and they'll be 170 by the end of 30th over, and you just try and double that.
It's interesting though that Sri Lanka are done for 101. It's a great position to be in, and they've got so much momentum. They won the third T20I. This has really put them in good stead here, hasn't it?
Absolutely, good momentum with them, and
New Zealand's lead is now New Zealand's lead is 250.
That's it. It's getting to a danger point. They go past 275. It's danger point for England, because you've got to remember the time and number of overs available, and it's last fourth inning pitch. You got to be able to keep the chase realistic. You can't be allowing New Zealand 300 and try and chase that in 70
Well,
overs.
I mean, the next hour will tell all, really. If England don't get any wickets, New Zealand will get through the next hour. Time will be against them to start with.
Time will be against them, yeah. And then if you force the issue, you lose wickets, and then you're trying to save the Test match. It's just gonna be a nightmare. So,
and Stokes is continuing this barrage of short balls. So's Broad.
Yep.
So far, Matt Henry's had an awkward lead, but he's survived.
He is surviving. Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, Sebastian's open. I don't know, but that's a bit hard. That's a bit hard.
Subcontinent with pitches.
Yeah. All right, watch this. Like watching it for ODI. What an amazing game. It could well be.
It could well be.
Well put, Flash. I like that.
I think so. I think 60 overs or 65 overs, 280 to chase, game on.
Absolutely. Sri Lanka, one of these guys is about to go step. Sri Lanka's got a 50.
Yep, good on him.
It's always impressive to go virtually the same score. Like a good tandem batting.
That's true.
Oops, there was a misfield there by Broad, and Henry's gone for 4.
Yeah, and that's the thing, they take their catches, and all of a sudden, the game's different.
England look a little frustrated.
And they did look like frustrated yesterday as well, towards the end of the day. So I think there's chance that they can allow these two guys to score another 20, 30 runs, and the game's going to be slipping away from them.
Now, Mark Brown is stirring me up here. He's not opening for Australia. It's Australia A.
He didn't open for Australia A either.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah. So look, they let him open against Pakistan. You remember in the subcontinent in the previous series, because Warner wasn't there. But look, it's hard for me to accept that he's going to open long term.
No. It's not his batting.
No.
Sri Lanka 108 into the 19th over. Both batsmen scored 50.
Yeah,
this is very Australian.
They just got to keep batting for another 10, 12 overs before they get fancy. If they start getting adventurous now, it'd be hard for middle order to start and carry on. They just got to bat normal, and they're getting a boundary every over or so. So it's no stress at the moment, and their run rate is healthy. So just got to keep batting.
Oh, I'm very impressed with Sri Lanka.
Now
back to New Zealand. That's 254 in front. 75 overs gone. New ball. I don't think that'll make a difference to Darren Mitchell. He'll probably love it.
Yeah, I think the other side, they might try and play some tricks. If they get Matt Henry out, then they've got Jameson and Bolt to get through. But Mitchell will like the harder, newer ball, unless it swings. That's what they're waiting for. They've just got 76th over now, 4 overs to go. New ball. The lead is 254 already, so you got to keep an eye on how many overs remaining. So currently it's 83 overs remaining after this over. So you got
83.
83. Yeah, so you got to keep it realistic. 75 overs, I would say. England would want 70, 75 overs to chase 300 down. If they're getting it to lower than 70 overs, then it's just hard task. Test match, 4th innings, 4 and over. It's not easy on the last day. Whereas if you've got 75 overs and chasing 300, you still a bit more. You can allow yourself a bit more time.
Subhash, do not keep repeating yourself. As you described at the stage, like it's actually calling it used. It's old. It's actually going to suit spin. That's for sure.
It's an old track, so hopefully I like to see it spin.
Himanshu Rahul dropped the discussion on head. You know it stirs me up. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Yep.
George Bailey said what? Travis Head, my foot.
I like that.
Travis Head, my foot. There you go. Travis foot, my head. There we go.
Imagine if he didn't score that 100 in that first Test match.
Blah, 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 blah.
He would have been dropped.
Now, New Zealand, 257 in front. Mitchell's on 40. Yet again, he's scoring runs. Oh, my God.
Both of these guys, Blundell and Mitchell, I like their attitude towards batting. They like batting long. And obviously they're in a good run of form at the moment, so why not? And the interesting is, you read the comments from Moeen Ali. He's keen to come back. So I would consider him being out of retirement. He wants to go to Pakistan as a spinning all-rounder, and I think they need him.
Adil Rashid as well.
They need both of them.
Leach is not as good as those two bowlers. Full stop.
He's probably good for English condition, English players against English players, but he hasn't done like an impact spinner.
No, he hasn't.
Swan would have been fantastic, but since then they haven't got any real good impact spinner apart from Rashid and Moeen Ali, and it's a shame that both retired, but look forward to both of them going to Pakistan.
Look, the longer Mitchell's there, I have reservations. I think I'm going to get it too, actually. Mitchell is becoming like the new Williamson.
He is.
He's now taken charge of the match at a crucial moment. Scored 40 at the 5th day. Sensational.
Yeah, if he scores in excess of 60 runs, taking New Zealand to 300, I think he's done well.
Afterwards, Rowan Cawley's trying to more up, and I spoke. I don't know anything about cricket.
I'll take that.
Balderdash. Poppycock. Crap. Absolute crap. Rowan Cawley. What are you, Rowan Gavaskar? Are you Virat Kohli? Where is that name coming? Is that your real name? I don't believe. There's a wicket taken. They're all appealing up here for the bunker. Fingers are up. Their fingers are up. Smith's got his finger up.
He's got a review.
Is it out or not out? Oh, I'm afraid it doesn't look good. Doesn't run out. That's not the way to lose your wicket.
Third run out. Is that New Zealand talking about?
These two are ganging up. Himanshu and Rohan Kohli are ganging up. I can see it. You want some fights? Guys, you'll get it.
That's a shame for Sri Lanka losing a wicket to a run out. Needless. And that's what I was saying. You just need to bat.
I'm going to tell our
Interesting.
They're giving Matt Henry a hell of a lot. Oh, Jesus. So yeah,
England.
England.
I'll probably leave you. I'm sorry I joined you late.
That's right.
But I'll probably catch up with you soonish because there's a lot of cricket on. And,
Certainly is.
Yeah. So the later tonight game, India South Africa, would be another interesting one.
Oh
So,
no, that's too much.
that's
too much. Can't do that.
No, I can't. No. But yeah, look, I'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, Moses.
Thanks, mate. Thanks to your audience.
See what you've done, Rowan Coley and Muscarelli. You've shoot motion away.
See you guys. See ya.
There. I don't hate Travis Hill. I don't think he's an opening batsman. That's it. Simple. All right, let's go back to these scores. Lead at 258 at the moment, New Zealand. Mitchell on 41, Henry on 17, getting a barrage of short balls. Way too many short balls. Cushel Mendes has come in, 1 for 115 into the 20th over. How are they going? That was a good feeling from Steiners. Oh, well. How England have been playing these two test matches. I'm really excited to see how they will play on the test match against India. Yes, it'll be exciting, especially the way that McCullum will put them through their paces. Yes, I agree totally. All right. 259. These two are surviving. $2.59. It's looking at my end management. They will give it. Okay. Cushel Mendes there, first ball. Sanga's going to go on and score a century. Second ball, still 8 overs. Smith plays in 3. So what? I'll drop the premise that he's not on the game, so just leave it at that. Let's see, Darryl Mitchell batting really well, by the way. Let's just see the scoreboard. It's just amazing to see this whole thing transpiring. Pity that Gunnar Talaka got over 55. He was looking really good. The sun goes down 55. Cushel Mendes is now going to take on that responsibility. So Henry's 18. Mitchell's there. 259 is tantalisingly poised. Another 40 runs. We'll see it to go back to New Zealand's way. Short balls galore to Matt Henry. It hasn't worked. Can New Zealand do it like India? Give 2 sessions to England? All that. We'll see. If New Zealand can last this session, they'll have stopped themselves from losing and probably will be in a position that they can win. Okay. That was an incredible run out. Very important to the match there between Australia and Sri Lanka. Could easily stop the momentum flow. Again, they're bowling short to Henry. And it'll just keep on moving out of the way and they'll waste more and more time. England need to get a wicket soon, because otherwise they could be staring themselves down the barrel of, enough to get on the last. At 259, it's not an easy total to get already. Even though they're capable, yes, but it is the last day of a test match. Bracewell might have all the success, we just don't know. Broad coming in. Henry's just playing each ball away. I think it's pretty easy taking away short balls. Some of the Sri Lankan officials there, I can see. Mosen Khan. They put another slip in here, I can see. Cosmetis doesn't look settled at all. This barrage of short balls just not working. Dreams too for Darryl Mitchell, you're right, Lionheart. Yes, it certainly has been. Uman deserves an Indian team. He'll get a go. Let's just see. Mitchell gets some strike. He's finally gone. Henry, they kept peppering with that short ball, and unfortunately it's worked. It brings in either both games have changed momentum. Matt Henry did a pretty good job to last the balls. When I suppose Zimbabwe ODI series start, it's probably not until August. Not until August. Oh, gee. Kyle Jamieson's come out the bat. Despite having a stress fracture of his back. Good on him. Still moving quite freely. Must have had a couple of injections there. They'll pepper him with short balls too, I'm afraid. Kyle Jamieson here score lead by 259. Sri Lanka 1 from 117, having lost got into Laka there to a run out, which unfortunate. Such great momentum was going on there at that stage. And Jamieson's only scored the 150. It's played 16 matches, only 371 runs, average of 20. Not enough to be of at all concerning. New Zealand seem to be stuck on this 259 at the moment. It's quite frustrating. Oops. But Pakistan also are going to be a threat in the T20 and potentially the 50 over. Don't you worry. Pakistan India Test match. I'd like to see that. It'd be a very interesting Test match. So don't bash Pakistan or India. We shouldn't be bashing India. They're both great cricketing nations. Sri Lanka won for 118. They're coming strong. Sri Lanka will win. I think they're on the road to do so. England win? No, I don't think. I think New Zealand will stay off a draw, and India should win that one. That's my thoughts. Now, Trent Bolt can still bat. I think Darryl Mitchell has to get more of the strike here. Unfortunately, he's not. The entire fielding strip are all deep. It annoys me. Oh, caught Finch bowl Agar, and the Stunker's got out then. That's unfortunate. The whole momentum stopped on that run out. Very unfortunate. Crowd's not as happy. New Zealand's 8 for 246. The lead is 260 now. Dana J, he's a good player. Dana J, he's batted well. He's got 750. He's bested on an each 100. He's a good player. Very steady player. And this ball's gone into the boundary, but it's gone down to. Let's have we go down again. Oops. Straight down the throat of Trent, unfortunately. I would agree. I would agree with that comment. That's a pity we've lost a few wickets there. But Dana J is a good player. Mendes has to pick the game up now. He's captain. Oh, there's barrage of short balls that's going at the moment. It's just annoying me. Then Miller's back in killer form for a fantastic pack for South Africa. Certainly good value. All right, we've gone almost an hour on this particular session. Two for 119. So 2 hours and 40 minutes to go. Stoinis should bowl now. Well, he probably should. Hazalanka, Sharka, Hazaranka. There are a bit of batting left. Let's see England. Well, how they go at the moment. At 262 lead, it's healthy but not healthy enough. Barrage of short balls. Let's just see how we're going here. It just seems to me that Mitchell needs to get more of the strike. He needs to farm the strike. India's got to pick the game up. I mean, they've got a few players out, but they've got to play their best side more often. Can't keep resting players, but we'll see. There's got a lot of cricket left. They've got the IPL Test match against England. That'll be very interesting. To be honest, big role of IPL behind Mel's form. Yes, it's true. Drop catch early on was a bit of a problem. Sri Lanka's still in a good enough position here. RJ's a good player. Mitchell's going to take more of the strike. Time-wise, it's 8:43. So he's out having a good time. Let's look here. New Zealand 8 for that. Both teams have lost a bit of momentum here. Oh my God, another good catch by the keeper. Broad's taken another wicket. Jesus. Barrier short balls has worked. They've only got Bolt to go now. Darryl Mitchell's got to farm the strike. Didn't even need the new ball. Good catch there from Ben Folks. At least 263. It's just not enough. New Zealand got a crack at 20 or 30 here. Sri Lanka have another Lyndon Hannibal there, not out. He's going to be not out for that run out. Okay, that's good. Trent Bolt can bat. Let's see. Sri Lanka 2 for 125 into the 23rd over here. And New Zealand 9 for 249 into their 80th over. So Darryl Mitchell has to farm the strike. He has to take control of the strike, not give a signal. He's given a signal twice now, and it's led to the downfall of both Matt Henry and Kyle Jamieson now. With Bolt there, he's got to continue to go for the runs, but farm the strike somewhat. This is crucial. If Mitchell's now got to take the strike. Bolt's got the first ball off anyway, so let's see. There'll be a short ball barrage for sure. Another short ball. Jeez, and another edge. Oh, God. Himanshu and Rohan, you're both having your own private conversation. Now, what have we concentrated on this match here? 3 to 11 p.m. is timing, and time is in Australia. It is currently 8:47 p.m. So 3 to 11 p.m. No, I think it's later than that. That's 7:30. That's already passed. It hasn't started yet. So no, it's 11:30 Australian time to well into the morning. West Indies are not a joke. They're not a joke at all. They're still a reasonable side. Just bouncing these two guys. Bounced Henry, Jamieson bouncing again. That's just like this is like Douglas Jardine or something. So at least 263. It's just not enough. Sean got 2 for 129. Anderson 10, done to J on 3. Mitchell on 44, Bolt on naught, facing the last ball of boards over. Another short ball. In Jamison's case and in Henry, they're going to probably try and bounce them out too. Mitchell's going to take charge now. Time-wise, we're almost an hour down. They can scratch another half an hour to an hour, and batting time between. It's just going to be difficult. That could seal the deal because it'll be very hard to score 260 in 2 sessions, even if they're going for it. Next half an hour is crucial for New Zealand. If they can survive that half an hour, no matter how many runs they get, it'll help their chances immensely. Ben Stokes over the bowling? No. You think Anderson's going to come on the bowl? Ben Stokes is over the bowling? It's available now. It hasn't been used yet, though. He's not taking those singles. All right. Sri Lanka 2 for 131 after into the 25th over. It's a fair total. I've got to see whether just about had enough of the short ball barrage that the Englishmen are putting on the New Zealand batters. Oops, why? He needs to go for the single. He needs to not. I think Mitchell's attitude now is to waste a bit of time. It's admirable. He probably done it a bit late. New Zealand chance win 20 hours. England 38, draw 37. England's chances are increasing. $265, 4. All right. Let's have a look at the scoreline. 9 for 250, England. Sorry, New Zealand. Lead by 264. Mitchell on 45. Bolt not out naught. He's got a couple of balls left facing the Stokes over. Then they'll be over to Steiners is there bowling. He's done for 12 in his first over. This barrage of short balls is very, very annoying. Very annoying indeed. First one's number 11. Surprisingly, Trent bowled. is leading that charge with Morley's and Anderson and McGrath. And here for two here. There's the two. Yeah, there is two. Well done. That's what you want. That's ridiculous. It's an absolutely stupid thing to say. Banned from what? West Indies? You kidding me? The history of West Indies? No way. Well, it's just become the most supporting England and New Zealand. I want New Zealand to do well. I want England to have a difficult game. I'd like to see the series tied up 1-1 was what I would like to see. Now, with New Zealand leading by 266, and we're fast approaching the first hour's play, but they can survive another half an hour or so, if not more, it's going to make it a little bit more of an even battle. We'll see how that goes. And Mitchell, of course, 45. He'll probably go straight to the top of the batting order again. Sri Lanka and the 26th over, 2 for 133. That's a bit steadier. Oh, was that ball gone? It's gone off for 6, is it? Mitchell's whacked it out of the ground. Let's see how that went. Leading by 270 now. Bowl that to Mitchell. He's in too good a form to. Smacked it. He's got away with it. And he's going to get 4 again. 50 to Mitchell. Mitchell, magnificent. Well done, Daryl Mitchell. I lead by 273. Daryl Mitchell's on 53 after scoring centuries back to back, and now on 50 at most. This is really a big. Daryl Mitchell, 53. Wonderful. 4 test matches, 11 matches, 4 test 50s, and 300s. It's a magnificent performance for Mitchell. 274. Now it's becoming real. Very good. What's going on here? There's the third wicket. It's just fallen. Agar's taken another wicket. Well caught there. That was a very good catch. Wonderful catch there. Done on Jaya, which is unfortunate. Caught Warner. Dave Warner's taken a pretty good catch there, I'll tell you now. At least 274. They're just approaching the first hour. Look, 300 is going to be pretty hard to score the rest of the day's play. There's no doubt. We get another half an hour's play in New Zealand, regardless of whatever they score. They're going to make it very, very hard for England to get the score, but tantalisingly close at the same time. It's all right. And the hours play is almost up. So that means we'll have a situation where potentially, should be drinking this much Coke, should I? I think you. That's not true. Warner's catch was amazing. So that's a very good catch. Asalanka, he can bat. So Ben Stokes is coming in to bowl to Trent Bolt, the most successful number 11 batsman in Test cricket. And he's just the ball up in the air. Oh my God. Gone nowhere, but it's gone for two. It looks like at least we'll get two, we'll get two, we'll get three. $276. Gone past the first hour's play, almost the first hour's play. Crucial. Another 20, 30 runs, another half an hour. It'll. Can you believe that? I don't know where that went, but it went for 280 in front now. 280 in front. We're now getting a little bit serious here. It's more like a tennis shot, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Can you believe this? 280. They get 300. That means another 20 minutes to half an hour. I can't concentrate. We've got that's 3 for 134. Australia versus Sri Lanka. In the 27th over, Kusherman is 11. As long as I'm not out. But Bolt looks like he's hit another 4. I can't concentrate because this is actually an England versus New Zealand broadcast. Leading by 284 now. Keep bowling short rubbish, and you'll get clobbered, deservedly so. Now, Amanchu, this telecast is England versus New Zealand, so I've referred to that. So we will talk about that more. We'll bring in Australia versus Sri Lanka. Don't worry, okay? Gino, I'm actually live on my YouTube channel actually at the moment.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's all right. Say hello to my viewers. They're watching cricket and they're talking to me.
Oh, yeah. Pretty cool. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you going?
What did you want, Jane? Do you want to know?
No, I forgot to say mums.
She's still in respite care in Waverley, but she'll be out hopefully this week. I'll talk to you. Come and visit her. Come and visit her, eh?
All right. Well, no. We'll bring me back. Bring me tomorrow or something. I didn't realise you're doing your...
Okay. All right, John. I'll call you back. All right.
All right. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
That's a good friend of mine who's just wanting to know about my mother, which is very nice of him. Bolted another 4. And he got on that beautifully, actually. I'll tell you what. The guest was my good friend Gino Paradiso, guy I went to school with, best man at my wedding. Known him since we're 18 days apart in age. Great friends. Asked about my mother. So New Zealand's lead is now 288. Now, that's becoming increasingly harder for England to get this now. It's the first hour's play. Yeah, I think you're right. There's transitional play there. 27 overs now, almost gone. 135 the score there. Run rate's been pulled back a little bit. 136, in fact. We've got 23 overs left. Realistically, they can double the score. And if they do, they'll go close to winning the match. That is Sri Lanka I'm talking about, of course. So we'll just wait and see how we go. I want to see New Zealand bat out their score. They've got the 288 now. Over 300, especially now with 1 hour less than the play. Can New Zealand take all England 10 wickets? They could. But it's more likely that it'll be a draw and put pressure on England play. We'll see how they go. Get over 300. Psychologically, it's going to be hard for England. Not because of the runs and also the time factor. The time factor is going to become more and more crucial now. 4 hours, 5 hours play, score 300. It's possible. It's run a minute. Possible. Will India win today? Good question, Baram. I think they will. I just think they're odds on to win. Why? I just feel they're going to need to get their act together sooner or later, and I think they're going to put a big effort in this time. And South Africa have had a pretty successful run so far, but it's on Indian home turf. You'd think India will do well. Yeah, I'm pissed off as well. I agree, Baram. So New Zealand are 9 for 274. They're 288 in front now. Darryl Mitchell's 53 not. He got top score on the first innings, 190. If he's able to get 100, it'll be brilliant. But this is not the fullest of Indian size, let's be honest. Yeah, that dismissal of Matt Henry and Jamieson was a bit off-putting. Yeah, the Jamieson, that's true. Stokes and Reed go berserk. Yeah, I can agree. Pope as well. Jamieson not bowling, that's true. It will be hard. Neil Wagner. That was the name that keeps coming to my thoughts. He should be playing. Well, Bolt's done a good job there. Bolt knows he's making a game of it. He knows he's without one of his bowlers. Let's see. 288. Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed. I'm just going to go quickly with Lou, guys. I've been on the damn thing for almost 3 hours. I'm back, guys. Just give me a sec. Give me a biscuit. But Bram, do you want to join me? Right, guys. Sri Lanka 3 for 143. They've had 28 overs to go. Mendelssohn third, 17. Sri Lanka on 3. Hey, guys. Well, look like Master, mate. Not Master, Maxwell. Darryl Mitchell, what an incredible fighter he's turned out to be. What a great player he's playing for New Zealand. He's not running. Look, he's got to save some time as well. Being coached, I'm not sure you can do that. Nice sweatshirt. Oh, it's South Sydney. Well placed. 2 runs to Mitchell. Yeah, it was Ashwin Karthik. Hello, how are you? You joined us. Thank you there. It's very impressive they qualify for them. Let's see how we're going here. I'm looking for specifically. Ooh. What am I kept? Because I'm advertising my company. That's why. That's why I see it. It says eyes on cricket with Norman Costa. That's why I'm doing it. And my hair's a bit messy too. Yeah, Labuschagne's effort's been pretty good. 3 for 146. Mendes 17, Aslaka 6. Look, they get to 30 overs, you double it normally. So they're heading for 300 actually. If they can continue this. And Mendes is the ball relatively well. And it's gone, oh, how did he do that? Why would you not run straight? This is on 55. I mean, if he can ink out 100, it'll be just sensational. Yes, he would. But banter corner, yes, banter. He'll be there, definitely, yes, definitely. Come on, New Zealand. It was amazing. They were saying, wasn't it? Mitchell's just the ball out of the ground, looks like. He's hit a magnificent 6. Broad's decided, he says, right, bugger this, he's going to start hitting the ball. 296 the lead. This is really impressive by New Zealand. Mitchell 61. What a player of the series it could well be. Magnificent shot. Take that, he says. Wow. Sri Lanka 3 for 148. They're still in a very good position. Pity Wagner can't play for Jamison. There's not some sort of concussion rule, but I'm afraid it's not going to gel. Now, here's James Anderson's finally coming on. He could be the one to take this wicket, by the way. Probably not feeling 100%. Well, there's now an hour and 12 into the session, and then 48 minutes before the session's over. The longer we dig into this session now, then it will be. Oops. Bolt shouldn't be trying to do that off Anderson. You're speaking Tamil, or what are you doing? They were checking for the instruction. What language are you speaking? Is it Tamil? 3 for 148, 29 overs. So that realistically can get 300, Sri Lanka, if they continue to bat this in this manner. And Dasum's yet to bat as well. Sri Lanka. I'm not really sure what Bolt was doing then, but he got away with it. 297 now. Look at that. What a lead. Very, very. Australia win this match. You think? Oh, it's a bit early to say that, Himanshu. I don't think you can say that at all. New Zealand are looking more and more likely to be able to stave off a loss here. Lead by 297. If they get over 300, which they're hopefully going to get, they will make it very difficult for England to get that score, especially with what now is 2 sessions in less than an hour, 3/4 of an hour, actually. Mitchell's on 62. He's top scored in both innings magnificently. Bolt's very determined. I think you're right, Sebastian. If Sri Lanka score more than 250, they're going to win. They're 3 for 150 now. Kaushal Mendes getting his act together. There's Lankas there as well. New Zealand also looking quite handsome now with 298 lead. I'm afraid that's as far as it went. Bolt's just taken it. 298 is probably just not enough. England need 299 to win this. Now, time-wise, not quite there. All right. I don't need to say that anymore. All right, guys, we've gone for 1 hour and 32 minutes. We've got only a few minutes. I'll say goodbye to you guys. It's been great to have you on both shows. We've gone a massive amount of time. So do stay tuned again and watch the future episodes. Hopefully tomorrow we'll come back on. Sri Lanka now 3 for 152, heading for a pretty good score. England put up, New Zealand are now making England score 299 to win. It's going to be hard to do. It's going to be still very close. It's going to be interesting. All right, everyone. We'll talk together very soon. All right, you take care.